Hi, my name is Adriana Conte, and I am the author of NFL at 100. And my book is about the future of football and how I believe that it is going to become even better than it already is. In my book, the main ideas that I will be discussing is beginning with the history of football, examining where the sport got its beginnings and how it has evolved into what we know it to be today. And then I kind of delve into the challenges and criticisms that are out there in the news and that are actually real, and I provide valid points as to why these are valid concerns. But then I also go into why I believe that the NFL is going to surpass these difficulties and become even bigger and even more popular in the future. And some of the ways I analyze this, how technology will improve and ultimately make the sport safer. Recently, football has experienced its first female referees, so more inclusion for females as well, and just things like this that I believe are going to make the sport even better in the future and are really going to propel it past these difficulties that it might be facing today. In my book, you're going to be hearing about how many different people influenced the upbringing and the history of football, even figures such as Theodore Roosevelt, who actually did have an influence on the history of football and actually keeping it alive whenever it was facing a period of struggle. And you'll also be hearing from NFL players and their basic take on what they believe, how they believe the sport that they play is today and how certain improvements could be made, and as well as multiple television organizations and how they have influenced the popularity of the sport, such as NBC and CBS and other broadcasters. After people read this book, my hope is that people don't just jump to one conclusion about what they believe the future of football to be, because it's much more complex than that. You would enjoy this book if you're a sports aficionado, if you just want to learn about the basic history of football and where it might be going in the future, but also if you're kind of like me in the beginning of this process, kind of skeptical, kind of like looking at the negatives that people might be reading about in the news and be wondering if that's actually true, and then hear a different take on it. Hi, my name is Adriana Conte, and I am the author at NFL at 100.